शीतला सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी.
Namaste. Today we come together be the cause of unity. Make it a beautiful day another, fight against corruption and spur the flag onto nation. One nation, one vision, one identity, one flag and my incredible India. This is because of our constitution. I would like to invite Director Dr. N. Gopalakrishnan sir, Manager Haridasan Pillai sir, Honorable Principal Suja ma'am, benevolent teachers and my dear friends. Prayer works wonders. Prayer should spring from the heart. Thinking of a supreme power beyond all human inadequacies is a kind of auto-suggestion.
सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Constitution gave us faith, freedom, peace and pride. So let's value the day it was created and wish Happy Constitution Day with a smile. In the trust sense, freedom cannot be bestowed. It must be won. Let's know more about Constitution. Let me call upon Nivedya UM of 8th standard for a speech.
Namaste and a very pleasant good morning to one and all present here. I am Nivedya from 8A. Today I am honored to be here and it's my pleasure to speak a few words about National Constitutional Day. The Constitutional Day was not celebrated before the year of 2015. In the year of 2015, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi sir marked November 26 as the Constitutional Day in India to celebrate the 125th birthday of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar sir. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar sir played an important role in the formation of our Constitution as he was the chairman of drafting committee of our Constitution. The Constitution declares India as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. It guarantees the Indian citizens justice, equality, liberty and endeavors to promote fraternity. India's constitution is the longest written constitution of any sovereign country in the world. It consists of a preamble, 22 parts for 48 articles and 12 schedules. The Constitution of India has seen 115 amendments to it since it came into operation. The original copies of the Constitution written in Hindi and English are kept in the special helium-filled case in the Library of the Parliament of India. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you Nivedya for your informative presentation. Preamble declares India to be sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. Let's know more about the preamble of India. We have with us Vismaya from class 7.
Namaste. Now let's hear the preamble of our Constitution. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give ourselves this Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you Vismaya for your amazing speech. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of Indian Constitution. He was a strong advocate of equality between all the castes of Hinduism and women's rights, and he was the first Law Minister of independent India. Let's see a role play of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar by Janvi from class 6.
They cannot make history who forget history. Unlike the religion that teaches liberty, equality, and fraternity. Be educated, be organized, and be agitated. Division of minds will be the ultimate of human existence. If I find the constitution being misused, I shall be the first to burn it.
Thank you, Zanvi. Let's move on to an amazing and informative presentation created by students of class 7.
Namaste. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. It secures justice, liberty, equality, fraternity to all its citizens. The horizon for the debating topics in our Constitution is unlimited. For example, if we need to start debating on fundamental right, it may be difficult to draw specified conclusion. Is ready, do we need to change in our Constitution? Hence, here we have two friends to debate on this topic. So for that, first I invite Shreya for this.
Hey all, I don't think there is a need to bring changes to our constitution because the main concept of our constitution is equality. Every citizen is equal before this law. From president to ordinary people, all are equal in this country.
No, I will not agree with this point. Is all are equal before laws? No. For example, consider our health services. Rich people get services at good hospitals, but poor people are not treated well in government hospitals.
Government hospitals provide good and free services to the people when compared to our olden days. Today, inequality is removed from our country due to the constitutional laws. India is a secular country. We have our freedom to choose our own caste and religion.
No, even today, some poor people are forced to change their religion without their will.
To our Fundamental Rights Act, every children under 14 has right to education.
We can see many child labours in our society. Poverty is a main reason to many people in India are highly unequal.
The longest constitution. It may have small loopholes, but if our government and political parties follows the rules, all the people in India can lead a better life. Thank you.
Good morning everyone and welcome to a new show. Today, November 26, 1949, the Constituent Assembly of India adopted to the Constitution Assembly of India. So, today we have the great female members of the Constitution Assembly. So, let's all welcome them. Welcome ma'am. So, today we have the question from our audience side. Question is that, do you think this constitution will help in the development of our country? What is your vision about this constitution? Those.
In my vision, Constitution was going to be an immortal charter of India's freedom which would restore India back to her rightful place as the torch-bearer of liberty, love and peace.
When we meet in this assembly to draw up the future constitution of our country, we must not forget that it is not only for ourselves but also to the world which looks to us.
It is often said that women are illiterate and do not understand the principles of management, but in my opinion, there are scores of instances where women have proved better managers than men. There is no need to avoid the political rights from women. Thus, the Constitution laid down rules that protect women, right for votes for women, and could enjoy equal political rights as men, such as to be elected to a representative in parliament and hold the political office.
I think these new laws will bring practical equality for women so that we can enter into the legislative and administrative instructions of the country through an ordinary election.
People outside have been saying that India did not give equal rights to women. Now we can say that when the Indian people themselves frame their constitution, they have given rights to women equal with every other citizen of the country.
I hope this constitution will work for women's rights, including suffrage rights, so that all will get equal right to vote in political decisions.
Okay, this is time for the conclusion of our program. So thank you. All the best.
Namaste. Constitutional history of India. The Republic of India is located in South Asia and bordered by Pakistan, China, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, Bhutan, all historical part of the Indian subcontinent or Greater India. It is the world's 7th largest country in geographical size. India is a very diverse country with different cultures and religions mutually coexisting. Hindi and English are the official languages. In the Government of India Act of 1919, the primary purpose of this act was to expand native participation in the government. In the Government of India Act of 1935 was adopted in response to opposition and criticism from the National Congress of India to the 1919 Act. In 1946, the British decided to examine the possibility of granting independence to India. The Constituent Assembly met for the first time in December 1946 and by November 1949, the draft constitution was approved. The constitution went into effect in January 1950 and the Constituent Assembly was transformed into a professional parliament. In August 14, 1947, proposal for creation of committees tabled. In August 29, drafting committee is established. In December 6th, draft is finalized and submitted. In 4th November 1949, Constituent Assembly need in a session open to the public. 26th November 1949, Constituent Assembly adopt final draft making. At last, 26th January 1950, entry into the force of the new constitution. Indian constitution is one of the longest constitution in the world. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is known as the father of Indian constitution. The Constitution of India was came into force on 26th January 1950, which is known as Republic Day of India. The National Constitution Day is celebrated on 26th November every year. Thank you.
Oh, I am so bored today. No one is there to talk with me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi friends. How are you?
I'm fine, Sayuj. I am also great. What about you, Sayuj?
I am also fine, bro. Thank you for asking. Yesterday I completed my reading.
Oh, great. Which is that book?
It's Om Prakash Valmiki's story named Judan.
I also read that book, but I didn't like it. My money was wasted.
Why? I love that book. It's about his life story and it is an autobiography.
That's right. But in that book, he says that his teacher was not allowed him to sit in the classroom and was made him to sweep the school and playground. I don't think like that a teacher can say like this. Yes, you are correct. My father said that a teacher is like a god. A teacher can't do this.
Some teachers of that time thought that students according to their caste can believe like that.
I'm sure no teacher can do this. I think that the author of this book is a liar.
Don't think like that. You are the only person who is right.
We didn't think like that, but in this case, we are right.
Hey, dude.
Oh, alas, he came.
What are you talking about, dude?
We were talking about Om Prakash Valmiki's story named Judan.
Oh, I have read that. I know about it, dude.
What is your opinion about that book, Adi?
Oof, I haven't read that book. What can I do? Idea. See, dude, how many rating this book have? 4.7 stars. And I saw the summary of the story in Google also. It was a great book. I'm sure. Lover is coming.
Hey guys, how are you?
We are fine.
Hey, how's the study of law going?
Oh, it's going great. What were you guys talking about?
We were just talking about the book Judan, written by Om Prakash Valmiki, dude.
Oh, that's a great book. I have also read that book. That book tells us about how lower caste people were treated.
What nonsense! There is nothing like inequality, and I am sure that the author of this book is a liar.
No, Parthiv, lower caste people were treated like slaves in India. That's why Indian constitution have article 14, 15, 16, 17, etc. These articles of Indian constitution say about discrimination and untouchability. Therefore, all the Indians should be thanked of the leaders who took their initiative to form Indian constitution.
Sorry, now I understood the importance of equality and constitutions. Sorry, Sayush, we denied you.
I also understood that, Srihari. Sorry, Sayuj.
There is no place for sorry in friendship.
Okay, dude, the confusion have been cleared now. I am very hungry. Let's go to the nearby restaurant to have some food. Okay, let's go.
Thank you all. Everyone played their role very well.
Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sukhalam Malayaj Sheetalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram Vande Mataram.
Thank you all for your patient listening. Once again, I would like to wish a very happy Constitution Day. Thank you.